Hello everyone, and welcome into another episode of Matt Sports Talk. And I apologize in advance. I recorded two videos yesterday recapping all the games from Saturday, and I was having severe problems in uploading to my YouTube channel, so I'm going to try to avoid that with doing these daily game recaps this way, with showing you the scores on my desktop computer. And I hope to record videos going over all the updated RPI rankings for the men and the women here as we probably around lunchtime. Hopefully hopefully I won't have any issues with uploading those videos, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. So the first matchup takes us to Goshen, Indiana. You can see that St. Francis gets their first conference road win, first road win of the year, first conference, I believe their first conference win, 105-84 on Saturday. You can see there all the statistics: 25 points for Mar Advance, 23 for Carson Rogers, 17 for Jevin Lewis, and 11 for Keyshawn McNeil. So really good numbers there. And then you can see off the bench, Braden Messenger played really well, and you can see there the shooting percentages from the field, three-point range, free throw line, pretty good there. And then for St. Francis, or for Goshen, you can see Marcus Northern had a good game. Also off the bench, Jacob Carlson and Deacon Hill. So again, really good numbers there, and I hope that you can see all of these numbers, and hopefully you can see all of these numbers really well, because I don't have time to go over each and every one of them, since I want to try to keep these videos to a certain length. And then you can see there the shooting numbers for the Maple Leafs. So not too terribly bad, but definitely could be a lot better. And that was your matchup there. And then the next matchup takes us to Mishawaka. Number 7 Bethel defeats receiving votes Huntington. You can see there the difference was at halftime. Bethel had a 21-point lead. Huntington outscoring them in the second half, so that made all the difference there. And you can see really good numbers from Caden Johnson, as well as Cade Brenner, Keelane Lassisi, and Jackson Paul. And then Landon Beagle off the bench was a big spark for the four-star offense. You can see there the shooting numbers. I'll zoom in a little bit there. So not too terribly bad. Obviously, the three-point shooting could definitely improve. And then for Bethel, really good numbers all the way around, led by Austin Kripe, as well as Bo Jacques, Alonius Basilius, and Luke McBride. All played really well. And then you can see Bethel's shooting numbers there, obviously better than the Foresters. So that was a good win for Bethel, especially at home against a really good Huntington team, and that was your matchup there. The next matchup takes us to Winona Lake, where number 1 Grace, the winners here by 10, and the difference was, boy, Mount Vernon Nazarene was way better in the second half. You can see that there. Then you can see the stats. Isaiah Brown had a really good shooting game, as well as Peyton Heiss, and Abib played really well too. And then off the bench, Reed Platfoot and B.D. Laurie played well for the visitors from Ohio. There's the shooting numbers, really good from the field. Three-point shooting could have been a lot better. Free throw percentage was pretty decent, 70%, not too bad there at all. Then you can see there for Grace, you had Ian Roush, Hunter Walston, as well as Gage Sefton, Michael Wellman, all in double figures for the home team. And there's your difference there. Really good shooting numbers, 55 and 59 respectively from beyond the arc, as well as from the field. Then the free throw percentage way better as well. And that was your matchup there. Then the next matchup takes us to Taylor, a 30-point win here for the Trojans. They remain perfect on their home floor under head coach Austin Peters. And for the Trojans, this is really good for them to be able to win a conference game by 30 points. I believe the largest margin of victory in conference in program history. Also, Carson Gold set the single game assist record on Saturday, so big congratulations to him. And then you can see the stats there for the visitors. Good game from Dylan Moles, as well as Nate Luce off the bench. And then you can see the shooting numbers down there, obviously, but in the free throw percentage, it wasn't really a factor. It seemed like it was a pretty clean game. Twice to the line for Marion, 7 times to the line for the home team. And boy, red hot shooting by the Trojans, 59 from the field, 57 from beyond the arc. And then you can see there all the stats: Levin Smith, Anthony McGee leading the way, Isaiah Day, and then off the bench, Pete Combs. So really, really good numbers all the way around. And that was your matchup there. And the last matchup takes us to Marion, Indiana, where number 10, Indiana Wesleyan, beat Spring Arbor 77-71. And I was at this game. Electric atmosphere. Spring Arbor had a 64-61 lead, and the Wildcats went on an 8-0 run and were able to hold off the Cougars. Upset bid. And then you can see there the stats. Travis Grayson, really, really good shooting game for him, as well as Aiden Zank, Brandon Trilly, and Dante Favor. And then you can see there off the bench, Eli White, Ty Reisky with the points there. Only 10 turnovers for the visitors, 11 for the home team. And then you can see there the shooting numbers for Spring Arbor, really good from the field. Obviously, three-point shooting, obviously you would really want to see that improve, especially for head coach Ryan Cottingham. And then the free throw percentage, not too terribly bad, 64%. Obviously, you would love to see that number improve a little bit. 75 at the line for the Wildcats. Way worse from three, just 2 of 23. So obviously under head coach Greg Tonigal, you really don't want to see that. But the shooting from the field, pretty decent, 46%. DJ Moore leading the way for the Wildcats. 12 points for Julius Gizzi, 6 of those at the charity stripe. And then Cademan Bontrigger, 17 points for him, 15 rebounds, another double-double. And off the bench, Crew Gibson, 12 points, and Gibson, of course, the transfer from Indiana Tech. And then, of course, those are all the stats from that game. Hopefully you're able to see all of those stats pretty clearly, and that was your matchup there. And that concludes recapping all the videos from Saturday. There's an updated view of the games Wednesday night. Number 10, Iwu at Mount Vernon Nazarene. Number 7, Bethel at Spring Arbor. Number 1, Grace at Marion. Receiving votes, Taylor at St. Francis. And then Goshen will be at Huntington. So I'm going to record a women's video recapping all those games momentarily, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy this video, please either hit the like button, comment down below, or subscribe to my channel. Any one of those options helps me out greatly. I appreciate any feedback that you may provide me. And for those of you that are already subscribed, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. God bless.